Hey, it's a Scotch Test Dummies. We got a Deanston 15-year organic.
We like Deanston.
And a great conversation that was going.
It was good. It was phenomenal. It was great. We're going to test it organic style. Whenever you're ready.
I couldn't remember the name of the grocery store. The organic food.
Still can't. People are yelling at it.
I can picture it.
Whole Foods. Whole Foods. We knew Foods was in it. And there's holes.
I just drew a complete blank. I was going to say Whole Food style.
I couldn't remember organic for some reason. But this is a 15-year-old Deanston. We like Deanston. In the past, we've liked what they've offered.
Sure. So this is organic. Deanston 15-year organic. I picked this up when we were in Austin at the Bastards Ball.
282.
283. Now we actually cracked this with Jesse, who we met in Austin. He has a podcast, Still It, and we did. He did a pod. He wanted us to come on this show on his podcast, so he recorded a show with us. We opened this, and it was good. It's gotten better. This is one that
opened up more.
I had a dram of this the other night. It's very nice, very good. We'll get into that, but this one definitely is one of those that gets better with some air. And it was good. It was good at the beginning, but
by the way,
not great.
Giant Android head. You can get this.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's huge. Look how big that is.
Well, you're a big guy.
Thank you. I've heard that before.
46.3% ABV. Let's see if they have anything about cask type or anything like that on here. It has a nice color to it.
Little peppery.
We have combined the very best ingredients from our local area using traditional methods to create a unique single malt whiskey that embodies our community spirit.
Community spirit.
Unchill filtered and matured in a selection of oak casks.
Huh. I get the maltiness, dusty bread, and more maltiness. What are you reading?
Just there is some tasting notes on the back there, but
mostly malt. I'm getting a lot of strong malt and hay.
Citrus fruits. Yeah, malt. Almost like you're standing out in the. Almost like you're standing out in the field.
Right.
Smelling the dust.
Yeah. You're right though. There, I didn't. The little citrus notes. Mostly malty and citrusy.
Spice, some of your kitchen spices. Nutmegs, ginger.
Nutty finish. Vanilla. Lots of vanillas. Ooh, and there sits that that grain. Whole wheat. More vanillas.
Slight. What got me the other night that I didn't get originally when we cracked this is sherry. There is some sherry finishing in here from that selection of oak casks. It's light. It's lighter. It does show there's a honey citrus sweetness.
Lots of honey.
That maltiness is there, but very nice.
Creamy honey.
Creamy.
And maltiness. Malted barley all over it. Hay. A grass. Like 60s grass.
Well.
Like mowed grass.
And I got to tell you, because, and I grabbed this and brought it today, and of course I've had a few out of it. But when we first cracked this, it was good. Wasn't great. And then after I had it the other night, I was like, we got to review that one. I really enjoyed this one.
Really?
Yeah. And I think it's gotten better with the air.
I'm trying to remember what it tastes like when we did it live.
Probably. I think
we were live on his podcast live, right?
And I think it was mainly, I didn't get any of the sherry notes, any of the really kind of the citrus sweetness, if I remember right. Just more of the maltiness, kind of ex-bourbon cask notes, vanillas, creams, along those lines.
And it's 15? Get maybe a touch of furniture polish too.
A little bit of wax. Added just a drop, a little bit of barrel char right there. I just got a little bit of smoke.
Drop there too.
Again, honeys, citruses, slight. What I'm calling is a slight sherry influence. It's not heavy. It's not prominent. You can get it.
Yeah, I don't even think I'm getting it. You're definitely more tuned to the sherry than I, though.
Yeah. And that's what I say the other night I got all of a sudden. Well, it was when my wife poured me blind. She brought me, and I was sitting there, man, I was trying to figure it out. And I was getting the sherry notes. I was like, well, it's got a sherry finish to it. And I named, she was like, no, she couldn't remember what it, she's like, you got 2 bottles of it. There's a 12-year and a 15-year. And I'm like, what? And I was trying to think.
The 12-year Deanston and the 15-year.
Yeah. What was it, 46.3?
Yes.
I liked it neat. I added a drop of water just to see.
They've got the Stillman on here, the Mashman, and the distillery, or the distiller.
A little bit of tobacco.
It's a charge hand.
Leaf tobacco.
The Wash House. Again, the Mashman. And the Engineer. Mashman sounds great. I almost like the sound of that. What do you do? I'm a Mashman.
I actually like this neat, I think, without the drop of water. Almost took some of the edge off, some of the bite, some of the depth.
Really?
Just seemed like neat. There was just a little.
I had one small drop. I'm not sure I could pick up the difference just from that small drop. Interesting. You think there's anybody out there that's wanting to walk around with a giant Android dummy head?
Sure.
You're like, you betcha. Ooh, I saw your score. You're giving a 92. 89.
I think when we first cracked this and tried it, it was probably in the 89 range for me. Just below being very good, but like I say, it's definitely gotten better with time and opened up.
Now, one of the cool things with the Deanston 12 is the affordability of it. I know this was basically gifted to us after we finished that live show.
No, I bought it.
Oh, I thought it was
bought
gifted.
it at Specs. No.
So we went on his show and brought our own bottle.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
He had a few. He does his own whiskeys. He was distilling.
That's right. He had us try a bunch of different experiments he did. And then you were like, boom, let me bring this up. Now I got it.
Yeah. Because I just bought it. $80. So I think it's worth it. I think it's very good. For a 15-year-old organic, unchill filtered, 46.3%.
I've got nothing against GMO.
Very rich. I do.
I don't. I don't know why you do.
Yeah.
Starvation would have happened if we didn't GMO.
No.
Oh, yeah, it would have.
No.
Oh, my God.
There's
Are you not
plenty of food
aware
out
of
there.
some of the... You haven't read history. They predicted there would have been a famine in 80. Then they came out with the dwarf version of the barley, where the stalks aren't as tall and they don't fall over. And then the golden rice or the golden wheat. Oh, my God, yeah. I can't remember the guy's name, but he does some tests in, I think, Canada with some GMO stuff, and then he goes to India. They thought there was going to be 20 million deaths in India. They let him bring in some GMO wheat. They bring in like millions and millions of more wheat than they thought they would. He's won the Nobel Peace Prize. He's saved probably... I think they think 200 million souls. Just saying. GMO's unbelievable.
Well, I think GMO, though, I think more corn, and I try to avoid corn products outside of whiskey. But also, when you get organic, you're not getting pesticides. You're not getting a lot of the stuff that's sprayed onto the crops. So it's not necessarily the GMO, I guess. It's like my main objector.
Yeah, because they're
if you
coming
have
up
a
with some
GMO
GMOs where they think they won't even need pesticides because they'll be naturally resistant.
I think when you look at, I don't know, it's necessarily
GMO-resistant.
high in the cancer rate, but I think pesticides and a lot of the fertilizers, a lot of the chemical fertilizer stuff are causing a lot of probably of the cancers that are out there.
I think us living longer is causing the cancers out there.
You go back 200-300 years ago, they didn't have all that stuff. They ate everything as it
died
grew.
when they were 32.
So, well, they didn't have air conditioning and good whiskey.
Well, they had good whiskey. And if you lived in the Highlands, you didn't need the air conditioning. The problem was actually the inhaling of the smoke to keep you warm, probably.
The problem was the axe that they planted in your head from your neighbor when you pissed him off.
Right, or the noose, or the witchcraft, or whatever you were getting accused of.
Scotch God shout out. Greg West commented, this was a while back, I took a screen capture.
Screen capture. I love that. We need to call it a crapture.
This was on our George Dickel 13-year review. Greg comments, he says, I think I'm dumber for watching this.
Oh, yeah.
It says the category of this video is educational.
Yes.
The only thing I learned is these dudes have no palate.
Wow.
You taste charcoal, it's carbon. You can't taste that. That's like saying your Brita filter adds flavor to your water. Please give me my 15 minutes back I lost from watching this. Shaking my head.
That's hilarious. Hold on, we got to break that down.
Well, Greg is confused.
Yes.
Because he's thinking of filtration.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, that's
that
not
some
what
do
does.
After maturation to remove roughness, and that is a carbon filter,
right?
That they run it through,
right? A charcoal carbon filter.
George Dickel, especially the 13, is a Tennessee whiskey in which they do a maple charcoal filtration before maturation, and it can add a charcoal flavor.
There you go.
I pick it up.
Right.
But everybody has their own palate. Maybe
we're not judging his palate.
Maybe,
we're just judging his disdain.
Yeah, maybe what we or I taste as charcoal.
Yeah, hold on.
He tastes as a mineral. So a lot of people say there's a mineral in this.
Right.
Like a Flintstone vitamin is what a lot of people relate it to.
Right. These dudes have no palate. Well, that would mean we tasted nothing. First of all, I would break that down. We each have pretty distinct palates, and they're ours. So we never try to tell you what we taste, you taste, because it's literally what your palate is. I agree with everything you're saying about taste and charcoal. Yeah, I get it with the old number 7, Jack Daniels. I pick up that maple charcoal all the time. That is a finishing process, but I definitely get their mellowing in it. And not only does it filter some things, you pick up some of the charcoal there.
Well, there's a few Kentucky whiskeys, and they'll label it as charcoal filtration or charcoal filtered.
Right.
That is, like I say, after maturation, after it's aged in the wood, sometimes they'll run it through a carbon filter, charcoal filter.
Yeah.
Just to remove some of the roughness, some of the harshness, and kind of smooth
I do
it
like
out
when
around
Greg
it.
says it's carbon ellipsis, you can't taste that. Well, we get all kinds of things you don't get.
Yeah.
Greg. Let's see. And you want your 15 minutes back. Time travel's eluded us as of yet.
Which that was my comment back. I said everyone has their own palate, Greg.
Yeah.
This is maple charcoal filtered, same as Jack Daniels, prior to being aged.
Right.
Not carbon filter mellowed after aging like some do.
Boom. I like how you did it. We've got another one where a guy, we'll get to that later, guy commented on multiple posts about how dumb we were. Maybe even mostly me.
We already did that one. Yeah.
No. The recent one I saw.
Oh, the recent one. Yeah, I never even saw those comments.
Oh, my God, yeah. It's hilarious.
Maybe he deleted them after you got the screen grab or something.
Well, because I like commenting back.
I went back through the comments.
Maybe
and I didn't
he got
see
rid of them then. We'll see it. Because I always comment in. I don't mind them. Matter of fact, I take a certain amount of joy when someone watches 20 videos, comments on each one of them, which helps us, and then talks about how dumb we are or how much an idiot the big guy
and
is.
gives us a thumb. Watches 20 videos, comments on
thumbs
20,
down,
and thumbs down 20.
Idiots, jackasses.
It helps us out.
Yeah, appreciate it. Scotch it, you Scotch guys.
Cilantro.
Dummies.